Hey everyone, imagine we could travel back in time. Picture yourself stepping into a world untouched by modern civilization, a place where nature reigns supreme. We're going all the way to Australia, but it looks a lot different than it does today. The landscapes are raw and untamed, filled with unique terrains that have long since vanished. This is Australia from a super long time ago, before history was written down. Imagine vast open plains covered in prehistoric flora, stretching as far as the eye can see. It's full of mysteries and huge creatures we don't see anymore. Enormous megafauna roamed these lands, creatures so large and strange they seem almost mythical. The air smells different, and the sounds are new. Imagine the scent of untouched forests and the calls of animals that have been extinct for millennia. This is prehistoric Australia, way before cities and towns, a land that existed long before human footprints marked its soil. Picture this: giant forests covering the land, sparkly rivers flowing through wild places, and the sounds of animals we've never heard before echoing through the trees. It's a symphony of life, untouched and pure. It's bursting with life unlike anywhere else on Earth. Every corner of this land teems with vibrant ecosystems, each more fascinating than the last. This isn't just a daydream, it's a peek into a time that made Australia what it is today. These ancient landscapes shaped the continent's future, laying the groundwork for the rich biodiversity we see now. We're going to walk where the first Australians walked and see amazing things from a world that's gone. Join us as we uncover the secrets of prehistoric Australia, a journey back in time to a world that once was. Australia has a really interesting story, one that is deeply rooted in its unique geographical and biological history. Because it was all by itself for a really long time, separated from other landmasses by vast oceans. Millions of years ago, it broke off from a giant supercontinent called Gondwana, drifting away to become an isolated island continent. Being separated changed everything for Australia, creating a unique environment where life could evolve in isolation. Since it was cut off from everything else, it became like a giant experiment for how living things change over time, which is called evolution. This isolation allowed species to adapt in ways that are not seen anywhere else on Earth. The plants and animals on this lonely island started to change in their own special way, developing traits and behaviors that are uniquely suited to their environment. They didn't have to compete with plants and animals from other places, so they developed really unique features. This led to the emergence of species that are found nowhere else in the world. This is how all those cool and sometimes strange creatures we see in Australia came to be, like the platypus, echidna, and a variety of colorful birds. This isolation also shaped the lives of the first humans who lived in Australia, the Indigenous Australians, who developed unique cultures and ways of life. They had to learn how to survive in a place full of unusual and sometimes dangerous animals, mastering the art of living in harmony with their environment. Prehistoric Australia was a land of giants. There were huge creatures like the Diprotodon, the biggest marsupial ever. Imagine a wombat the size of a car munching on plants, and there's more. The Procoptodon galea, a type of kangaroo, lived here too. This strong plant eater was taller than a human. And watch out for the thylacoleo, also known as the marsupial lion. This scary hunter had super strong jaws and sharp claws, making it the top predator of its time. These giants, some friendly and some fierce, show us how amazing life was in Australia before humans came along. Things in Australia changed forever when humans finally arrived. We think they traveled over land bridges and crossed dangerous seas to get there between 50,000 and 65,000 years ago. That journey alone shows you how smart and tough they were. These first Australians, the ancestors of today's Aboriginal people, found a land full of both opportunities and challenges. They had to learn how to live with creatures they had never seen before, like the giant Diprotodon and the quick Procoptodon. But these people were tough. They learned how to hunt, gather food, and take care of the land, becoming a part of this amazing ecosystem. The first Australians were masters of survival. They invented clever ways to hunt and gather food using tools made from stone, bone, and wood. They knew everything about the land and how to use what it provided. One of their most important discoveries was how to use fire. They knew it was good for staying warm and cooking, but they also used it to take care of the land. This was called fire stick farming, and it helped certain plants grow and brought animals for hunting. Fire wasn't just a tool for them, it was spiritually important. It represented new beginnings, the end of things, and starting over. They would sit around campfires, share stories, teach each other, and become closer as a community. Fire, in many ways, became a symbol of how adaptable and strong they were. All across Australia, from the coasts to the deserts, Aboriginal cultures thrived. These ancient cultures have a deep connection to the land, which is reflected in their traditions and way of life. Each group developed its own special traditions, languages, and beliefs based on where they lived and who their neighbors were. This diversity is a testament to their adaptability and resilience in various environments. This created a beautiful mix of human experiences that grew over thousands of years. The rich tapestry of cultures is woven with stories, songs, and ceremonies that have been passed down through generations. At the heart of their beliefs was the idea of dreaming or dream time. This concept is central to their understanding of the world and their place within it. This is a complex belief system that explains how they saw creation, spirituality, and how everything is connected. Dreamtime stories are not just myths, they are a guide to living in harmony with nature and each other. It was a living history passed down through generations, teaching them how to live in harmony with the land and each other. Elders played a crucial role in educating the young, ensuring that knowledge and traditions were preserved. Their art, seen in rock paintings, carvings, songs, and dances, gives us a glimpse into their spiritual world. These artistic expressions are not just beautiful, they are deeply symbolic and meaningful. These amazing traditions weren't just beautiful, they were like maps, history books, and libraries of knowledge, making sure their culture would live on. Through their art and stories, we can learn about their profound connection to the land and their enduring legacy.